Thanks for putting this program together. It's this is a really cheerful book because I think Roman was saying earlier, like, we don't feel like we own it. It's 30 writers talking about how they write. So the one thing that I found reading it, because I was very interested as a writer, because how I know how I write, but it's always you want to know how other people are doing this. So to me, it was of great interest, but also the issue of why are these people writing what they're writing. And that, how I write seemed to be almost 30 different answers from 30 different people, whereas why I write seemed like only a few motivations. And I think my motivation is very similar to many of the writers' motivations. I'm going to quote Parul Segal, which is a beautiful segment of this. I mean, I love her writing so much. I will read everything she writes. But she basically says, in fiction, when you write fiction, the author is creating a world into which the reader is also invited or allowed in. But you're not creating that world for the reader. Whereas when you're doing nonfiction, you are much more aware of your reader, your audience, and it's a little bit more performative. You want to make sure that you grab their attention, keep their attention, always sort of hold on to that. So it's a different relationship with the audience. I think my basic motivation was the first one, which is to create a world that explained the external world to me, because my impulse is quite documentary. I'm not writing science fiction, I'm not writing fantasy, I'm writing very sort of socially realistic in a way, literature. So my motivation is to create a world that explains the confusions of the world, and the reader is invited into that.